Hello friends, welcome to the fifth tutorial of AutoLayout series. In the last tutorial we learned about the various ratio techniques where we put a separate width to the purple view and the separate width to the green view, and we just maintain a ratio of 2 ratio 1 with the help of 1.5 1.4 multiplier, I guess, so that in the every dimension of the iPhones these two views are always be like in this ratio and will stretch themselves accordingly to the changing dimensions of the iPhone. So let's make something new, and we will do something related to the portrait and landscape, and we'll use the power of size classes, and we will make different views by using the same storyboard in the portrait and landscape. So how will I do it? Let's get started for that. I'm going to delete these two views, and I'm going to add one more view, and that is of, let's say, red color, and another view, let's say, of green color. Okay, fine. Oh, this view is not in the inside of this view, so take another view so that it doesn't goes inside of the our view. So here we go. Just stretch these views to the extreme left and right. Similarly for the green view. Okay, fine. Now let's I'm sorry to say, just down a bit below the status bar mark. Two more. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, now a 0 0 and 0 check to this one, and let's give okay, we will not give a height check to this one, and similarly for this view, 0 0 and 0, and will not give any kind of check to this one. Now provide a vertical spacing and provide equal height check. Okay, just update the frames if they're wrong. Okay, now everything fine. So the what it does, it made two views, and we just in the earlier tutorial we put the equal width check, and in this tutorial we put the equal height check, and we saw that these two views are automatically expanded according to the various dimensions of the iPhones. Now what we have to do here, suppose we rotate the iPhone, the view will be somewhat around this. Let's run this app once. Okay, so this is the view which we have placed, and when we rotate it, we just don't want this. We just want something to be changed, and we just want this kind of view to be placed not like this in the landscape, but like the one that is in the portrait. Like suppose we want a red hair in this corner and green hair in this corner, so just changing the complete view of the iPhone in the landscape mode. Earlier we used to do this by putting a coding check or something, but with the help of size classes we can achieve this easily. So how we will do it? So first of all, by selecting this view controller, we will click on this view controller, and we will click on the size classes, and we will go to the iPhones in landscape, suppose. Okay, and so now we are in the landscape mode. So our let's select this as the orientation as the landscape one. Okay, I'm just making some space so that we all can see what's happening. So this is the view in the landscape, what we need to do, we need to create a separate layout for this. So just select the views here and clear constraints, as simple as that. No constraint should be left in any of the view. No constraint, and the view has no constraint. Perfect. Now what we will do, we will just make the view like this. Okay, fine. What we will do, we will put a left the top and the bottom constraint here, and similarly for this, the left the top, the left, sorry, the right the top, the bottom constraint. We'll give a horizontal spacing, and we will give, and what we will give here, we will give not the height but the width, the equal width check. We'll just upgrade the frames if any needed. I guess something, yeah, perfect, fine. So what happened here? See, now run the project once. So the layout part in the portrait as we designed is the same, but when we just shuffle to, when we just oriented to the landscape part, the design is changed according to what we have designed, not that part which was earlier coming, that half view from the top is of red color and the half view of the bottom is of green color. So we have just made something like this, so that these views will perform like uh, the change part, what we have designed. So we can have a look out there, and this is the power of the size classes, uh, where we can make a different view layout, uh, different layouts in the landscape and the portrait in itself in a same storyboard without any coding check. So that's very good, something given by the Apple, and I really use it in many of my apps where I have to design some different layouts for the landscape and the portrait, and this is very quite handy, and we can have a nasty one here. So just to run it again to see the effect, and it's very perfect. Look at this, doesn't look good? You just change the views there. So this tutorial was all about, you can have a change. So how you can change the things, you can just go to any width and compact height, and this is for just landscape mode. And when you come back there, and you come back there on any which we were earlier designing, and we can change the portrait mode type, and this is all, types of portrait mode. So let's do it. Let's choose this any and make this orientation as landscape. Earlier we were getting this screen, but when we go to this particular size class, everything is changed, and the view which we have designed, we are getting that view only. So if we again go back to this any, we are getting this by default from the portrait mode, but we have just changed the design according to our needs in the landscape mode by using this size class, and this size class works perfect. So you can have a different uh, the landscape and the portrait view, and you can have various apps look good here without any extra coding or extra checks in the code, and that's very good. So this tutorial was all about, making the different layouts for the landscape and the portrait mode. Thank you for watching, and we will soon make a particular login page, and where we will use the constraints part, and you'll see that how it make our login page, and it works good with the constraint part. Thanks for watching.